So here we are again, another Q&A session, answering all your questions. Let's get to it. What price in US dollars would you say a made-to-measure or bespoke shirt should cost? Okay, well in London, bespoke shirts around the German Street, St James's area are coming in around £400 to £500, so which in dollars would be about $500–600. Minimum orders are usually 3. Made to measure, however, can vary greatly from brand to brand, and it can be a really good tool for getting shirts that fit you, particularly if you're looking for something just like a particularly long sleeve length or a collar shape you can't find and you don't have a very unusual body fit. So MTM can be a great, MTM made to measure is a great option. Now the price can vary. They can be as much as bespoke shirts because there can be as much handwork in them. The cloth can be very, very good. But really what you're looking for made to measure is finding a shirt, a ready to wear shirt brand you like, and then sort of finding the option off that. So for finding made to measure, it could be anything from sort of 20% more than ready to wear up to a bespoke price. Which tie knot goes best with different colours? Okay, this is something you often see in style guides online and in old books about where you pair different shapes, colours complement different collar shapes. Common one you'll see would be if you have a very cutaway, extreme cutaway, you want a larger knot, such as a Windsor. Anyone who watches this channel probably knows I disagree with this, and I wear a 4-in-hand knot with everything. If you want to learn how to tie a 4-in-hand beautifully, here's the video. I go with an older version of smart casual, casual slacks, a button-down shirt and a nice cardigan with the bottom 1 or 2 buttons undone. What's your thoughts on this style? Yeah, I really like it. I think it can look quite contemporary, you can bring some texture into it. I love it when you have a cardigan with maybe a bit of a lapel to it, and then you can maybe add a tie, add a neckerchief. Yeah, it's a really very classic look which you can easily update. Should you wear a double-breasted jacket with dark wash jeans? This could be very smart. It depends obviously on the double-breasted jacket. If your double-breasted jacket in question is a beautiful blazer with gold buttons, I think a dark wash jean and some dark brown Chelsea boots is a really good classic smart casual look. I've been told you should never wear black shoes with jeans. Is this correct? Okay, well for the purpose of this question, I'm going to take it you mean blue jeans, and I have heard people say don't wear black shoes with blue jeans. I disagree. Black penny loafers and blue jeans is as classic as jeans can be. I also like a black Chelsea boot, but I would say wearing black Oxfords or black brogues and blue jeans is a trickier look to pull off. How do you go about finding a good local made-to-measure suit shop? As someone who cannot afford bespoke but decides something better quality and ready to wear, I'm looking for a high quality suit within a reasonable budget, and there's a few points I'd like to pick up on that. The first one is you must remember that in most cases a made to measure suit isn't any better quality in construction or fabric than ready to wear. It is made to your measurements and to your requirements, but if you go into a high street shop and they have a ready to wear collection, they do made to measure, it'd be made in the same workshop. So just buying made to measure isn't going to give you a better construction or quality fabric. So that's the first thing to consider. What you're buying with most made to measure is fit and customization. So bear that in mind. And you'll probably get better value if it fits you with really good ready to wear. That's the first point. And then how to find a made to measure shop, because that's what you decide you really need, is the great thing about made to measure, unlike bespoke, is you should have lots of things to try on. You should be able to go into a shop and say, can I see your double-breasted, can I see your single-breasted, can I try on different fits, different styles, can I try on some flat front trousers, can I try on some pleated, because they'll be able to illustrate all the options for made to measure. So one of the advantages of made to measure over bespoke is that because it's based on ready to wear, you should have more options to see, to touch and to feel. What are your thoughts on deep purple as a colour for a dinner jacket? Absolutely love it. I think that's a wonderful colour. That could be in velvet, it could be in a really rich sort of wool mohair blend, maybe a bit of a silk. It would take a fantastic black contrast lapel if that's what you want to. So no, I think it's a perfect colour for a dinner jacket. I noticed in a recent video you wore a 6'2" double-breasted jacket. I wanted to know, can one wear a waistcoat with this? Absolutely. Again, a 6'2" double-breasted for some of you would be called a 2x3, is what I call it. And yeah, you don't have to wear a waistcoat with double-breasted, particularly if it's a suit, but I do enjoy the extra detail, and I have single-breasted and double-breasted waistcoats I wear with my double-breasted suits and jackets. How do you feel about wearing the waistcoat without a suit jacket? I travel a lot and find it a good option to sometimes travel with just a waistcoat to spare the jacket and prolong its life. Okay, that's an interesting take on business travel style. When I travel, I always take a waistcoat because it's such a great thing to pack. It's the easiest thing to pack. They pack absolutely flat. If I'm not sure if I need it or not, I always put 1 or 2 waistcoats on the bottom of my suitcase and they travel brilliantly. It's a good thing to travel with. So I don't need to, I need to wear it. I find it easier to wear my jacket and pack the waistcoat than the other way around. But if you find wearing a waistcoat useful, perhaps you've got pockets you can put things in, yeah, why not? It's a smart casual style look rather than a conventional business look. So if I was traveling for business and was to present myself, I wouldn't want to turn up in a waistcoat without a blazer or jacket for the first time I met someone, because it's an interesting look. It's a bit more of a style look. So yeah, treat with caution, but if it's working for you, great. I was wondering if a plain black suit jacket can also work as a separate jacket. Okay, I would always treat this with caution because black suit jackets will often look like an orphan suit jacket and not as a sports jacket. So make sure the jacket has a bit of texture to it, maybe a contrast button, and be careful. Then the trousers you wear with it, you'd have to be something like a black and white check, maybe a charcoal flannel. Yeah, you can do it, but if you're looking for a suit you can wear as a separate jacket, blue is much easier. Do you wear solid colour pocket squares besides white? I have a lot of solid colours. I would like some tips on how to wear them. Well, short answer, yes. I wear pocket squares in dark red and dark blue. I prefer my solid colours to have a contrast border so I can show the borders, gives a bit more interest to them. If you have a lot of solid colours and you're not wearing them enough, okay, they're quite easy to wear. An easy tip would be to say, wear them with your bolder ties. So if you've got a lot of patterns, a lot of colours in a tie, pick out a discrete colour in the tie and that's your pocket square colour. I wouldn't tend to wear a solid and solid, certainly not in the same colour. I've noticed that you predominantly wear the 4-in-hand knot for your tie, but sometimes it appears a little crooked and not quite as symmetrical as the full Windsor, which to me creates a smarter looking knot. I wear both, but when it comes to looking more refined, I personally think the full Windsor knot is the better option. What are your thoughts on this? Happy for you. I think you've obviously thought about your personal style, and you can do a different style of knot for different occasions, and it means you can convey your own personal sense of style. For me, I like the fact it's a bit crooked occasionally. I don't mind that, and I wear a 4-in-hand for any occasion. I don't feel the Windsor is more refined at all. So, but happy for you, but I'm going to stick with the 4-in-hand. Is it okay to have the ends of the scarf sticking out the bottom of the coat? Why not? If that's how it lays, I wouldn't be too precious about it. If it feels comfortable around the neck, absolutely fine. I would love to see what you think of hats with suits and blazers. Well, thank you. I'm glad you want to know more knowledge from us. That's why we do what we do. I don't personally wear hats just yet, although I'm very tempted to. My favourite hat, which I've always been tempted by to wear with a suit, is the Homburg, made famous by Anthony Eden in the 50s. Very, very smart. With a blazer, I quite like the look of a Panama straw hat in the summer, very classic English, you know, watching the cricket. So yeah, but I'm a big fan of hats with tailoring. How would you style a yellow shirt with a suit? Yellow is an interesting colour for a shirt. I think it looks great in things like Oxfords, where it's quite a traditional button-down colour in the ivy style, which looks great with a suit. If it was a poplin, a more formal style shirt, I'd prefer it more of a buttercreamy yellow than a bright yellow. But both of those look great with navy. I think with a navy blazer or a navy suit, they look super smart. I have a 3-piece navy suit, but the waistcoat is mostly left in the wardrobe. Recently I purchased a burgundy brownish herringbone odd jacket and noticed the waistcoat looked good with it. Do you have any suggestions on how to incorporate the navy waistcoat with other outfits? Okay, that's an interesting question. I really need to know more about what other jackets you have. My first point would be, if you enjoy wearing a waistcoat, wear the 3-piece a bit more, because obviously you enjoy the look. But to wear it as an odd waistcoat, navy is probably one of the trickier colours. I prefer lighter colours, beiges, light greys as an odd waistcoat. It's not impossible to wear the blue. Possibly I'd wear it with dark tans or any sort of pattern where you've got a little bit of navy in it. So if it was sort of like a shepherd's check or a window pane, there was some navy in it, the navy would really make it pop. Also, I'd be careful with the trousers. Or I have seen a look where you have a navy waistcoat and navy trousers, perhaps from the same suit, and an odd jacket, which can be quite sophisticated, so maybe experiment with that too. How would my tailor draw the collar in if I have a collar gap with my jacket? Okay, there's a bit of a red flag here. If your tailor is asking you how to do an alteration, you need to find a better tailor. This isn't something you should need to tell them. You go there with a problem and they fix it. Now, I can't tell your tailor how to do that because I don't know what's causing it. Collar gap can be caused by your posture, it could be your fit across the shoulders, it could be a bad fit on the jacket. So my answer is take it to the tailor, let him decide what's wrong with it, discuss with you what the alteration is and the cost involved and how likely it is to be successful, and take it from there. This is a very important point. If you need to micromanage your tailor and say to him exactly what to do, you've got the wrong tailor. How can I pair a navy blue blazer with a floral blue tie with other colours mixed in? I would like to wear a blue shirt. Well, sounds perfect. I mean, the key to that is obviously wearing a lighter blue shirt and a darker blazer, and that is really a blank canvas to put virtually any tie with. It is, in fact, it's got some blue in the tie, makes it easier. So yeah, if you have perhaps a particularly busy tie with lots of colours in it, a pale blue shirt, dark blazer, you're safe. What is the best way to get rid of the hard crease at the top button? My cleaner is not helpful or able to make it a softer roll. Can this be done at home? Well, for context, this question came from our button 3 roll 2 video, and this chap has now got a suit jacket which should be buttoned and rolled to the middle button, and it's been hard pressed to the top. Well, if you can afford a cleaner, you can afford a good dry cleaner, and don't send your suit to a specialist if you want the best service. I would have said don't send your cleaner to do your pressing, and don't get a dry cleaner to come around to do the housework. It's a specialist role. If you take your jacket back to a proper dry cleaner and presser, they will be able to press out the hard crease and rebuild the softer roll. It might be an expensive job, it's not something you can do quickly, and it's not something you should be doing at home, but you need to overpress the collar, soft roll the lapel, and it should come back to life for me. And don't be hard on the cleaner. Well, I hope you found that interesting. I really enjoy answering your questions. If you have any more, please join our mailing list and email them in. That way they'll be given priority. If you have any comments on my answers, put them below, and don't forget to subscribe.